Hope you brought your seatbelt, because we're letting it rip.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, Garage Gang. What is going on? You got Mr. Christian and me, Mr. JG.
What up, everyone? It's Monday. What a great, crazy day.
Crazy day. I mean, talk about the weekend. I mean, who would have expected? We had bombs flying. I mean, this was a little bit political.
Yeah, exactly.
Like political. I don't know if that's the right word, but it was hectic. Hey, and I guess it's somehow, some way. I actually was today like, I don't know how this guy's going to pull this one off, but somehow, some way, we're back in the green. So hey, I'll take it. You got me in here. We're talking. I got the pit going. Christian's got the memes. What else we got to talk about? You got a little bit of alpha. We got some stuff going on the global talk. And all right, first up is the macro engine, guys. Just got a shot of rocket fuel. Our boy, the orange guy, Mr. Trump. Complete and total ceasefire call between Israel and Iran. Flipped every risk on asset over back on the board again. So Bitcoin ripped past 106K, oil dumped, the dollar's wobbling, and equities punched the gas. And this was actually reversed. This morning, Bitcoin was, I think we hit 99,000 earlier.
Yeah, we did.
Talk about volatility. I mean, Lulu was probably, trying to figure out what was going on from the, from the farm. Like, what is happening while she's looking at the charts? But it was insane. Go ahead, son. What do you got?
Don't sleep on the Fed day, Dad. Vice Chair Bowman hinted July rate cut.
Oh, that's
Please, come on. The pit crew's been stacking tires and risk assets and are eyeing the next green flags. It's beginning a base or Schichter plate pulled on the whole market. And every time we see the rate hike or the Fed Chair Powell, it's always like a percentage of what it's going to be. We've been waiting to like flip the script. It's always like no change, 98% chance, 90% chance. So will this be the chance, please? Finally,
I hope so. But here's your caution sign, guys. Let me tell you, the ceasefire is conditional. Any news, this deal slips up, and the market will, fishtail quickly. It's going to go right back to where it was. So stay sharp. All right, keep your eyes on it. Like if for some reason they fire missiles at each other again, and we're back on, and fighting's back on the table, everything will go quickly. And we're talking with the quickness back to where it was. Like that fast. Exactly. So I gotta keep, I'm hoping that we just keep it good, keep the peace, throw up the peace sign. What else we got? Before we wrench deeper into the trenches, quick shout out to SEI. I don't know if you guys have been seeing what's going on with C token. It's at a nice pump, 32% in a single day. Right, that's big.
That's huge.
C was 15 cents.
And the funny thing is, SUI, SUI, and C, they always colliding. It's funny how SEI just came out of nowhere and just like,
I'm going to tell you why. Because they have some. Don't worry about taking a look. Something just happened. My little trap girl in the back. This is not Diddy World. I don't have any lube in the back there. What I'm talking about is SEI. I guess they had something going on with the state of Wyoming. So C ripped 32%, right? It's all over the tape. Big tech upgrades, new money, and new rumor mills buzzing about ties to crypto-friendly Wyoming. Lots of action. So I guess Wyoming wants to do something by doing their own stablecoin with using C token on that network. So that's kind of cool. It's between them and I think Aptos. So that's a really big deal. And I think that's with the way it's ripping, I feel like that's whale rips. So someone knows something, right?
Yeah, I'm shocked because SUI, SUI, I mean, they were talks of Pokemon with them a couple months ago. Yep. And I haven't seen much action about talks about them. That was the last rumor, but this will be huge for SEI.
No, C is going to be big. C is actually a really fast network, and a lot of trading is done on C. So, I've actually, if you look, go back to some of our older videos, I did a token teardown on C, and you'll really find out how it works. I love that engine. Anyway, just wanted to give that a quick mention. Not making a big thesis here, just explaining why C's got, afterburners on. Huge moves, tons of volatility, trade smart, and don't get caught up in the dust. You may be a little too late, but I feel like C could boost right up to, I was looking at the chart earlier. I mean, I see a 32-cent C on the table, not too far away. I mean, we went from 18 to 26 cents pretty fast. And I was like, here's the crazy part. I sold some C yesterday.
That's pretty crazy.
I said, son of a pig. I didn't see it coming. It's like, 2020 hindsight is what it is. Garage Trench Watch. This is you. We got the boy in the trenches. He likes to get dirty. He likes to get down. He likes to get muddy.
Well, it's meme coins, maybe not just a trench thing anymore, because this morning, Pudgy Penguin was at the NASDAQ opening bell. He's dancing around, and he's considered a meme coin. So I don't know if that is the first exciting thing in the market. You wake up, you see a penguin on your screen.
Pudgy Penguin is probably one of the most popular memes in the industry right now. They're actually doing things in the real world. That's crazy.
Yeah, they got toys at Walmart. I see them all the time.
Yeah, I think that the guys have done a great job of marketing.
Yes. So that was a pretty awesome this morning. It jumped like 7%, 10%. Just this morning, and then I didn't check right after the whole ceasefire, but yeah, that's a great thing to keep an eye on for sure. But other memes are happening. Is Bunk? It's a Solana project, and it's been up 1,885% in 10 hours. That's crazy. 13 million volume, but barely 140K in the pool, and that's not a lot. If the devs juice the tank, this could double. If not, expected blowout. Yeah. And you don't like blowouts. Another one is Sticks and Stones, 20x and under a day, but tiny liquidity pool. I saw it. It's a Solana coin. This is one on a nice edge. Could moon again or a rug just as quick. And then base AI narrative.
AXIBT.
AXIBT, yep. 16 million volume. We're stacking. This is your swing trade for the size. Less meme, more muscle. Yeah. And then
that one's actually got a lot of real use case. It's not. It's an agent. I know it's based on a meme, but I don't really consider AI agents meme coins. They are technically meme coins, but they do have some utility.
Yeah, you can ask them stuff and do stuff. It's awesome. Peace, PWEAS. I mean, PWEACE, spelled different. 4x in 6 hours makes sense. Trump said the peace, and then boom. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't think about that. But the pool is almost empty. Sniper, it's a sniper.
It's a little sniper bot. I would. Some of these, I don't know if you guys play at all in the meme in the trenches. There's a lot of if you're going to play in the trenches, you got to have the right tools, right? So tools I recommend. What's the one you love? Bullex Neo. Bullex. Yeah, Bullex is pretty strong. I've used GMGN.
GMGN.
Axiom or GMGN or whatever it is. Yeah, Axiom. I just started hitting G and it comes up and I just click. Axiom's a good one that you can play with in the trenches, right? I was using 8 Pro for a little bit, but they went under. So there are a lot of good trench. You got to be able to go snipers. When we were in the trenches heavy, I was building sniper bots on top of Telegram, like BonkBot, and just straight Telegram. Guys are like, oh, they're all on Telegram. I said, yeah, not like these days. This was just like a literal bot, and you just saw the transaction. We had no screens. There was no. You were using Deck Screener. You were using. You had multiple things going on trying to track your meme. So it's, the technology is way better than it was. But that being said, there's a lot of rugs going on at all given times. I heard even, there's rumors about Pump.Fun having a lot of legal issues, right? So I don't know, but I still see them existing. So, I called Christian. I said, "Is it? You hear about this?" So, but it wasn't true. They're still online.
Yeah, they're still online. The Fartcoin is one of Solana's biggest memes. 41 million traded, still up 10%. If Solana memes,
Yeah,
rotate.
billion market cap, right?
Yeah, no, it's killing it. I didn't. I wish I bought more back in the day. I saw it. Fort becomes the sector's liquidity hub.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
I mean, shoot. I mean, imagine seeing it built in the trench and just putting like 500 in.
Yeah, I know.
About 100,000. You'd be well over a millionaire right now. What else we got? Okay, Fartcoin was a big popper. Narrative flows and risk playbook. All right, the theme tonight, guys. Solana micro memes, right, are bumping hot. Sub 200K pools with turbo moves. Degen town, but you need your seatbelts, guys. So if you're going to play in this, you better have, like I told you, better be using the right bots, the right tools. Don't try and do this on your regular Phantom wallet. I mean, you are not fast. You are not fast enough to get in and out. I'm telling you that for sure. What else? Tactical moves in the garage. If you're in a winter scale out fast, watch for those big liquidity ads. Those are green lights for another lap. If volume dries up, liquidity drains out. Cut and run.
Momentum chasers, this is your time, but the run, you're stopped tight and don't get greedy. Whales are moving fast and degens are circling. That's why you gotta be quick on them.
Yeah, degens are like the little sharks, right? You got the whales going, you got the little sharks ready to eat you. So got to get in,
like
got to get out.
Piranhas.
Yeah,
because
they're coming for you.
They're gonna get your ass if you don't.
So here's the garage synthesis and the close. Well, not the close. We still got one more. We got one person. So the engines are revving, guys. The tanks are full, and tonight's tape is running out on peace and policy fumes. If the ceasefire holds and the Fed's dovish, we're going to see new highs, and we're going to see it fast. But if there's any backfire, news, prints, or a rug, don't get caught spinning out.
The trench is pure NOS right now. Trade is like a sniper. Keep these stop tight and don't let the degens lap you. Garage never sleeps.
All right, guys, we got one more person for tonight. I apologize for a little low energy. I'm beat. Christian's beat. Here comes our super TI analyst, Lulu the Pig.
Back in the garage after a day so wild it made my tail curl. Let's break down what happened on the charts while I was rooting around for alpha. First up, Bitcoin. BTC charged all the way up near 105,000. Looked like it was ready to jump the fence, but then lost steam and slid back. The 1-minute chart was a tug of war, with long buy and long sell signals flipping every few minutes. Bulls had a chance, but just couldn't keep the engine running above that 105K line. If Bitcoin was a pig, I'd say she's the barn boss, but even the boss needs a nap after that kind of run. Ethereum took a shot at 2400 and barely squeaked over it before plopping back down. If you snagged the move above 2400, nice job. Otherwise, it was a lot of rooting around in the mud as ETH chopped sideways into the close. Solana was the wild child today. Sol pushed up to 145, squealed for a bit, then did a belly flop right back into the 142 to 145 zone. If it can hold above 142, there might be more feed left in the trough tomorrow. If not, watch for this pig to wander off. Cardano had a burst of energy up to about 58 cents, then settled back down near 57. Not a bad move for a slow and steady critter. I'm keeping an eye to see if it can stay above 57, otherwise it might head back to the lower pen. I can't forget my favorite, Moonpig. You know I have a soft spot for this one. Moonpig launched up past 0072, then came back down faster than a piglet chasing supper. The chart lit up, but that was a quick ride. If you caught it, hats off. If not, there will be other trips to the trough. Overall, today was pure volatility. Iran headlines had traders running wild, buy and sell signals firing like popcorn in a hot skillet. What I'm watching from here, Bitcoin at 105K, Ethereum at 2400, Solana at 145, Cardano at 57. If those levels hold, maybe we get another run. If not, tighten up and be ready for another shakeout. And as always, remember I'm just a pig rooting through charts. This is not financial advice, just one oinks opinion from the garage. Trade safe, have fun, and don't forget to wash up before dinner. Back to you guys in the garage.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lulu. All right, guys. I hope you're having a fantastic night. Peace out. We will see you tomorrow back in the garage.
See you tomorrow.